Hey guys, welcome back to another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So tonight was the reunion, and let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about it.
Hey, what's up, KOED family? Welcome back to another video of KOURTNEY. I'm Eddie, aka KOED. This is my lovely wife,
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
and this is KOURTNEY. This channel is all about relationships, reviews, and tonight we're going to talk about love and marriage in Huntsville, the reunion, part 1.
So if you're brand new to this channel, you hadn't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Like, you're a square. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. And on all social media sites, comment down below. So before we get into it, you know, we already have to do for those that always join. Then if you know us already, you want to purchase makeup from the Lip Bar TLB, then please go use our promotion code, which is KOEDFAM. The link is in the description below, and get your discount today on makeup from the Lip Bar. I'm wearing Boss Lady Hot Mess, one of them. And also if you want to purchase merch from our store, KOED Wear, this is like a Juneteenth shirt, then you can go to our, and what is, baby?
KOED Wear.
Yeah, the hat.
The hat.
Yeah. So you can go purchase it from our store, merch store, which is koedwear.com. That information is in the description below. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into this reunion part 1. Now, I have the first one to admit I was wrong about Carlos King hosting it. He did great. He was not biased, and he answered the hard questions and even probably shocked them. So yeah, I was here for it. What you thought?
Well, yeah, I thought he was going to be a little bit biased. I thought he was going to protect Mel with his questions and whatnot, but he didn't. He asked the question, then he did the follow-up questions, so he did pretty well, you know. He didn't sugarcoat it. He went straight to it, and caught the people by surprise.
I think so.
So yeah, I give him kudos. He did better than I thought he was going to do.
Yep. Perfectly said. So it first starts out with Carlos coming in, and of course he's coming in before, you know, while the people are getting ready, you know, makeup and all that stuff, whatever. And he just kind of let them know that he's gonna be hosting the reunion. So some was excited, but Tisha was like, "Oh Lord, oh goodness." Everybody else was like, "Oh," but Martell was like, "Oh my goodness," you know, because he knew the show in and out. So he knew what questions to ask. He knew what stuff that we probably hadn't even seen, the unseen footage. So he knew exactly what to say. Now, he said it's been 2-year hiatus. And I thought about it. He hadn't seen them in 2 years. But I do feel like, I think that Carlos is not on set when they film. But he meant 2 years from the reunion. So the last time, because they didn't have one, you know, well, I guess last year. Yeah, they didn't have one last year and whatever. So, yeah, let's get into it. So he first introducing the couples, and he said America's favorite couple is who?
Shocked the crap out of me. And, you know what I'm saying? He said Maurice and Kimmy. And I said, well, I'm sorry to tell Beyonce and Jay-Z they got knocked out the top spot.
Yep, America's favorite couple. So they come out, and the power couple is Tisha and Marceau. And
once again, I'm sorry, Beyonce and Jay-Z, I got knocked out the top spot, even though y'all worth $1.5 billion.
So he said, okay, the suit come out, which is Martell, Holt. And then he announced the Queen Bee, the one that done sold records, the one that something else he said. And who? Beyonce. He said, "No, I'm just playing. It's Melanie Holt."
Don't do it like that. Don't feed the beast. Don't feed the beast.
So they sit down and they get into it. So Carlos did make it. He did say that, you know, he wanted the right questions to be asked. So, and he wanted the people to answer. So I guess that's why he hosted. I don't know if he couldn't find nobody. Somebody in the comments said that Egypt just had a baby. I didn't know that she was pregnant.
No,
she was pregnant or something like that. So maybe she couldn't host it. So, you know, but nevertheless.
Man, you could have found somebody to host that, man. Could have found somebody on the cheap.
Nevertheless, he did a great job. So I must say that.
Yeah, he did good. I'm not gonna lie, he did do a good job, but
We still in part 1 though.
yeah, but I'm just saying he could have gave that job to somebody else. Somebody needed a job out there, a hosting job. Or you can give it to somebody that's trying to learn how to host. Could have gave it to somebody from YouTube. They couldn't went there and host it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just saying.
Who you talking about? You?
I ain't talking about me. You know,
Yeah, okay.
I be biased like a mug.
So anyway, so they showed clips of the beginning of Love and Marriage Huntsville, kind of, you know, each couple, and I said, ooh, they done changed. They done changed, boy. I tell you, TV done changed people, honey. You look at Mel hair or Tisha hair or Kimmy hair or, you know, just their style, which was natural and it wasn't bad at all. But, you know, you add on, you get the makeup, the wigs, and all that stuff. They don't look nothing like that no more.
Not just that. They add some weight too. They was smaller back then.
Oh yeah. We all was. I was too, honey. You was too.
Oh,
so
sure. Look at me all cockeyed. I was
just waiting for that lightning hit. You wasn't no same size.
I was. I'm for real. I probably fluctuate from 185 to 195. That's why I fluctuate.
That's not the same size though.
Well, sometimes I lost weight. Then sometimes I lost weight too.
Okay, then that could be the same for them.
Oh, them jokers been gaining weight
but they've been eating good and living life. Anyway,
so
Carlos is talking about, you know, the opinions from the people on just social media in general. You know what I'm saying? The people. Can I finish my statement?
Did y'all run Tisha off Twitter? Did he run off Twitter? Y'all ran her off Twitter? Why? Y'all so mean, man. Y'all did that girl wrong. She don't even tweet no more.
Yeah, and he was saying that the opinions from people can weigh on your mental health, and saying, yeah, you just stole what I was finna say. And so she said people can be so hateful, but one thing Carlos told her is don't read the comments, and she read the comments.
I read the comments too.
And look, eventually we gonna stop reading because some of y'all be doing too much.
And I got Tish said, I don't tweet no more. I don't tweet no more.
I think Martell said that the same thing about
Mel.
He told her, like, you know, when they was married, don't read the comments, but she would go out there answer, and she do, because she done answered me a couple of times. So what? I'm just saying she do it. I've seen on Instagram answering people. Now I'm not sure she do it now, but she did. Whether it was a clap back or something, she did answer the comments. So excuse you. The goal of the show was to showcase power couples in Huntsville. And they know that we wanted to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? He said that was the goal. Now, Marceau said, well, it looks like we have kind of accomplished that. You know, you got your degree, we got it. You know, it's going to show some of our life and a little drama, but...
Yeah, I can see where Marceau coming from, but in the process of making those accomplishments, y'all show more of the negative of it, the negativity of it. Y'all show more of the drama and the chaos behind the scenes. Yeah, then all of a sudden you show the end result that, oh, we made it. But look at all y'all show in between that. Well, you're going to see the process from you know, initiating the project and what goes on between it and the finished product.
Right.
But we see we see the beginning of the project beginning, then we see all the mess going on behind the scenes and relationship problems, and we get it. We understand you got to have a little drama in TV to you know, keep the people engaged. I get that, but
it got oversaturated with more drama.
Yeah, you guys y'all leaned right into the drama part more than the successful part of it. So that's all we saying.
Yeah,
give us some more of the good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So Carlos asked a question: do you have any regrets as far as, you know, he was asking Mel and Martell, is there any regrets as far as, you know, starting this up, showcase your life and all that stuff? Because
he did say Mel and Martell brought the show to him, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And from what I understand in my research and just going back and whatever, they did bring the show to him, but the show was originally supposed to be about kind of like flipping houses, kind of like, you know,
construction of houses,
it wasn't
fixing them up.
Yeah, but that's what Mel brought it to Carlos, and then from what I understand, Carlos was like, about that. So I think she started, you know, sharing a little bit her relationship or their marriage and everything, and I think that's when it kind of spinned into that segue. I could be mistaken, but from what just you know.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why Marcel sent the email to production, because he didn't sign up for that type of show. He was signed up for. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, when it was initially in the beginning, it was not supposed to be. It wasn't other couples. It was just Martell and Mel. It was just Martell and Mel. And then when they start opening up and he was sharing, he was like, "Well, do you have any other couples that you can, you know, include in this?" And maybe they were a little misinformed on what it was going to be about. You know. Go ahead.
No, you say that.
So Mel said no, she don't really have any regrets. She, you know, things happen, you know, of course, you know, we know that they got a divorce, but things happen, you know, she learned some things and yada yada, but she said she don't regret it because it probably would have eventually happened anyway.
Well, like I said, it opened doors for her, you know, she got her, you know, her business, and she had a makeup line, she had a music career and an acting career. Then if it weren't from the show, she wouldn't have her millimeters. The millions and millions of millimeters out there to defend her every move.
So Martell said, yes, he do regret doing the show because now it cost him, you know, it was a part of him losing his family. And if it wasn't for that, you know, maybe they could have dealt with some things in private, and maybe he could have worked on his marriage and they could have stayed married.
And the reason why he was saying that, because when things happened in marriage, it was on TV. Once it got on television, people go in the comments, and Mel reads what's going on in the comments to kind of, what he's saying, to kind of persuade her, like, ooh, why you still with him? You need to leave him. And if it was happening in private, she wouldn't have had to deal with all this stuff in the social media. You know?
Well, it's like this too. When you actually see it with your own eyes. Sometimes when, you know, I was in a previous marriage, and of course I was cheated on as well, but it's a difference when you can actually see it. Does that make sense? Like when they on TV, you can actually see the issues that they got.
Yeah,
they actually see all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're not on television, you have the options of just having your opinion, or just like you were saying, people in the comments, but then deciding what you want to do with it privately. But then, like somebody had said, but then to Martell, all of his stuff wouldn't have been out there as well.
Well, that's what I'm about to say, you know. Once you keep things in the dark and do things in the dark, you can kind of fix things behind the scene more easily. You know what I'm saying? Easier. You know what I'm saying? But if you got it on the front street in the open, it's kind of hard to fix it, man, because everybody knows about it. And, you know, everybody, you know, see you trying to fix it and see what every move you make. So it's kind of hard to fix it when it's out in front of the world. But what's behind the scenes and stuff, and you know, people, man, you can. Mel probably went down for it too, because she know, nobody would have known about it except for the people around their little small group.
So Carlos asked a question: Do you think that you guys would have still been married if it wasn't for the show? Martell said yes. Mel said absolutely not.
And the reason why she said no, because if she would have said yeah on another reunion, she would have got drugged in the comments. That's why. That's hence once again. That's why I said when you got your life in front of the television, social media can determine your decisions. Because I guarantee you, y'all might disagree with me. I'm like Martell on this. If that situation wasn't on Front Street, I really think it's a good possibility. I'm not saying 100. It's a good possibility they could still be together.
Yeah. Martell said that, you know, he is most hated. And then Marcel was like, well, you second most hated. They second most hated. So yeah.
Who's second most hated?
Tisha and Marcel, I think that.
They are distant second. Distant. You hear me? Distant second.
So yeah, Martell was like, you know, everybody want to come for me, everybody want to drag me, everybody want to talk about me and stuff like that or whatever. But I think he said,
but he deserves some of it. He deserves a lot of it, to be honest with you.
But did he say something? He had a good heart, or he a good person? He said something. I ain't write that down.
Ooh, see, even when he try to be good, people don't write it down.
So yeah, and then they started talking about the show and stuff, and that's when Marcel was saying that, you know, when because like you were saying, he wrote the producers or something like that. But he was saying that he thought that it was going to be more of a construction show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Houses and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all he knows.
Yeah, and he said that you know, he good at that. And Kimmy said it was evidently the name of the show, whatever they came up with before they let the world know it's going to be Love and Marriage Huntsville. Kimmy said that we knew that once the title changed, that expect something else. She said just a little bit. So she wanted, I guess, you know, she was like, okay, now it's going to be Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now it's going to be talking more about our marriages than what we do. So yeah. Carlos asked a question: how do you feel when the show went from positive to negative? And we talked about that, and Marcel was just saying that, you know, it was a little disheartening. And Maurice even said, you know, it was a little disheartening as well.
But that's what y'all give us, though, man. You know what I'm saying? We can just go by on what y'all give us. Exactly. And that's what y'all give us. Y'all give us all this drama. Y'all give us all this arguing back and forth with Mel and Martell. That's what y'all give us, man.
Don't blame us. Blame editing.
Right. Blame Carlos. You had him right there. Talk to him,
blame
man.
The people that edit, because they evidently want us to see what y'all give us.
Well, Carlos got co-sound on this stuff, though.
And we got a whole season just about Mel and Martell arguing. So,
yeah.
We do we see Martell getting his business? Like, do we see that, you know, I mean, did we see a lot of what happened inside of Black, how Black became from dirt to something?
No.
We seen a little building here, a little building there. We didn't see the in-depth of it. Even if they
I don't even know Kim's son still work there or not, because y'all just left that for some reason, man. Y'all just like, you know, okay, we show Black a little bit, that's enough, and y'all just went somewhere else. So we don't know what's going on with Black now.
So yeah, we didn't see the in-depth of that. So we would have liked to see that. So you know, man,
so don't blame us.
I think you said it. You show us a little, the middle, and the end. That's all we get.
All between that, but in between all that little bit, y'all show us a business. Drama, Mel and Martell. Drama, Mel and Martell. Okay, Kimmy and Marcel. No, Kimmy and Maurice and what's the name? The ex Kyle. Show a little bit, sprinkle a little of that in there.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it, man. So yeah, don't blame us for that.
So, Carlos asked a question: do you, as far as Maurice, do you defend? People say you don't defend Kimmy, and when it comes to her being a side chick. Maurice like, well, it's not true. He was like, I don't have to defend something that's not true. So I guess he was saying he don't even have to discuss it. You know, it's not true. It's no way possible. He said, I can show you the U-Haul receipts. We got to do that.
Well, yeah, I see what he's saying, but every once in a while you do need to say something, man. Say, hey, that ain't true, man. Y'all need to back off my wife. She wasn't no side chick. Just voice it every once in a while, you know?
I agree. Especially if you seeing folks going hard.
Right, man. Shoot. Somebody would go hard. Hey, pump y'all brakes. My woman ain't no side chick. Ain't no way. Your woman might be a side chick, but my woman ain't no side chick.
So Carlos asked a question, Martell. Was you finished with that? Because you know you used to go on.
Yeah, I sure would. He cut me off. I want to get him my soapbox and rant about the side piece. But go ahead. The rant is gone.
Thank you.
The rant is gone.
So Carlos asked a question. Martell, you said Kimmy was a side chick, and you know you said you heard it from Marcel, and y'all even laughed. He said, "Well, jokingly, I did," and Marcel was like, "No, I didn't say that." And you know, Martell can be known to lie, and I was like, he was like, "Dude, what? You the one told me that." That's the part I was telling you in the car. I was saying that I feel like it's so convenient for people to say that Martell is lying. Like, I don't think that Martell was lying about Marcel telling him that. You know, I think that he was telling the truth.
I'm glad you brought that up. People just assume Martell lies so much that they want to get out of the bind. Martell said he lied. That's all you got to say. You know, if you want to get out of the bind, act like you know Martell and say Martell said it and he says it's a lie, you out of it. Because people going to believe he's lying anyway. So.
Yep. And you want to talk about that as far as Martell and Marcel? Marcel said that, he said he didn't say it. Well, of course he said he didn't say it. Martell was lying. And then Carlos did ask Tisha, you know, did you ever hear that Kimmy was a side chick? And she said, yeah. Kiowa came over to my house and said it, and but Tisha said that she didn't believe it. And Kim was like, well, it's funny that Kiowa never said anything to me or us about being, her being a side. She said she done made kind of like accusations, innuendos, but she never outright said it.
Somebody lying. And ain't Martell this time.
Yeah, Kimmy said that they said that she was talking about, well, even what's her name?
Kyle. Patricia.
Melanie. And they showed the clip of Melanie and Martell talking about, well, Martell said, well, they said she was a side chick, and her saying that, that Kimmy was flirting with Martell and all that stuff or whatever. So, Anyway, so they did talk about it. Maurice said that they got a divorce, twice, and he just kind of broke this down. Kiowa did something in the marriage that was unforgivable.
I wonder what that was. They
talked about some toothbrushes, and Carlos was like, listen, I don't have time to go into, trying to figure this out.
Kyle, did you put raisins in potato salad? That's why you got a divorce. That's what you were saying, something unforgivable. That's what it was.
And Kimmy said that her and Kyle were in a better place. In fact, she called her before they filmed and said, listen, they're going to bring up this situation. I'm just kind of letting you know, we in a good place, and I don't want, just letting you know your name going to be brought up. I thought that was smart, too.
It was smart, and it was, real respectful, to give Kyle the heads up like that.
Maurice didn't do it, honey.
Yeah, well, Maurice. And you want, why you don't speak up for Kimmy? Heck, man, you don't speak up for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I told you, sometimes you ain't like Kim and his mama, honey. You handle it. So anyway, they showed clips from Mel and Martell from the beginning until now. And in the part where they show, I'm sorry, this will always be my thing, when she said, send the papers. I don't know how she said it. Just send the papers. I think that's hilarious every time I see that part, because I think it's funny. I don't care. You can catch your eyes at me all you want. So, anyway, Carlos said, how does it feel to see all those clips of them going from the beginning to now, you know what I'm saying, them having a child, all that stuff, because they showed all that. Mel said the part where Martell said that he's not a cheater, that's straight, BS, in other words. Martell said, I'm not a cheater at heart.
He's not a cheater.
At heart.
It's just something just happened. It just happened. He was walking down the street one day and bam, it hit him. He said, I gotta cheat.
Mel said that when the pandemic happened, Martell was, because before that, as we know that they was in a better place, they she had got pregnant. We seen on the last season, they was happy, they was in their carriage when they was getting ready to have the baby shower and all that stuff. So, they was in a better place.
And even when they was doing the carriage thing and she was pregnant and she had the baby, she knew about the side chick, right? Orion, what her name is? Arion. She knew about that, right? At the time. She didn't know about it.
She knew about it from previous, but he's supposed to stop.
But why continue to be with this man knowing that he was cheating on you from the get-go?
Yo, he was cheating. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Not from the beginning of the marriage.
I know that, but I'm just saying when they
before she got pregnant.
Before she had the last baby.
Yeah.
When they was riding around the carriage and everything.
She was pregnant.
Yeah, she knew he was cheating then, right?
Before that, yeah.
Yeah, before they got pregnant. Yeah, so.
He said he wasn't gonna do it. He stopped for a while. Everything. So she said when the pandemic happened, Martell was leaving the house in the midst. So Carlos was like, listen, in the midst of a pandemic when they shutting down everything.
Hey, Martell said he was going to the gym.
And he said the gyms weren't open. He said my gym.
And that gym called Orion Gym.
Orion.
I messed the joke up. Why y'all come with these bootleg names? Why is she gonna be like Tracy or something?
Who's that Orion? Isn't that Orion?
Orion, like Fupa. Yeah, how much she got Fupa? She got Fupa.
And so anyway, Carlos said this is a pandemic, and he went into all of that, how horrible it was, and he said in the midst of this, you decided to rip out your weedy. out in the midst of a pandemic.
He make it like I'm like Martell. You make it sound so bad. Yeah, like the man just went outside the house and whipped the thing off. You know what I'm saying? No, he had a connection with. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name. Ariana. He had a connection with Ariana. For a man to risk it all, you know what I'm saying? Basically risk his life to go be with this chick. There's a strong connection there. So.
He said, so Carlos said that you were sleeping with the other woman. He said, no. He said, but dude, you done had the whole baby by her. He said, well, let's do the timeline.
Which I never understood that.
And he said, well, how old is the baby? Martell, shut up. He said, how old is your son? That's what he said. Martell, shut up. So anyway, Mel said, you need to accept me. This was what Martell told her, during that process. You need to accept me cheating, being a cheater. You need to just accept that. And Mel said that he said, well, the older people cheat, the older men cheat, and they tell you how to do it. So she thought that before that he was, changing. But actually, he was really wanting her to accept the fact that he'll always be a cheater and to really just face the fact that that's just going to be his behavior. So she said he hadn't changed. He just learned how to be a better cheater. You got something to say? Mel said that she hasn't heard anything about a baby. That's not the reason she left. So everybody said, well, she said when that baby is ever going to be over, it was that baby. It was that baby. Once I had that baby, was over. She said she didn't hear nothing about the baby before that. She said she left because he really and truly just was going to cheat. That was basically, he wanted to be a better cheater.
Let me get this right. She knew he had the baby on the side, right? When they got divorced. Cause correct me if I'm wrong. She said she didn't leave because of the baby.
She didn't hear anything about a baby. She didn't know anything about a baby before her decision was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you had to say.
Yeah, I thought she knew about the baby.
Okay. So Carlos, according to her, Carlos said that let's see. Oh yeah, Carlos said that Martell said at one point you accused Marceau of even calling Mel a lot. And so you want to talk about that situation?
Well, basically it was Martell reaching. I guess when she found out the girl called and whatnot, she was distraught. And I guess Mel mom, I guess they was all tight. They all good friends. So Mel mom called Marceau because Martell and Mel's over there fussing. Or you know how you call that friend? Oh, go down and break them up. They over there fussing.
And you can tell. Let me say. And you can tell Marceau seems to intervene a lot because when they was at that in Vegas,
the producer kind of told Marceau to open. Anyway, so Marceau tried to call Martell. I think Martell did not answer the phone, so he called Mel. And Mel distraught. He said, where you at, Mel? Yeah. I'm at. So he met her at Chick-fil-A to calm her down and whatnot. And I'm assuming, he wanted to continue to calm her down and talk to her. So, let's go grab a drink or whatnot. So, so you can calm down. We can talk it out, whatnot. Just get you, settle you down some. And I guess Martell found out about that. About the, Marceau asked Mel to go, get a drink. And Martell didn't think that was, right for Marceau to ask his wife at the time to go out to have drinks. But I think Martell, like I said, Martell was reaching. I think Marceau was doing it, just trying to let's go grab a bite to eat or a pizza or whatnot. It could be anything. Just spend some time away from Martell so you can cool off and calm down. And Martell thought, that was kind of disrespectful. And, like I said, I think the reason why Martell thinks that way, which I think Mel is correct when she says this, it would be because Martell would do something like that. He would probably hit on somebody's girlfriend, then ask them to go out on drinks or have drinks just to get to know them in a different way. And so that's why he felt that Marceau would do that, because he felt like he would do that. So he was trying to project his feelings on Marceau, and I think it got all confused and twisted and whatnot. So
and then when they were saying that, because Tisha was like, "Oh, you asked for drinks."
Yeah,
Tisha
didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh, you did. So But then now, mind you, Marceau lied and said, no, I didn't ask for a drink. But when it come out to, yes, he did, but not in the context that it was just saying, oh, hey, let's go for drinks. No, it wasn't that.
And I don't understand why Marceau didn't come out with the truth, man. If it now then again, if it was innocent like he claimed it was, just tell him, I wanted to take it out for a drink. Just could kind of calm my nerves down because she was distraught. She was screaming. She was crying. So he should just came out and did that. But once you kind of tiptoe around the questions and the answers and stuff, it makes you look guilty, man.
As far as your motive,
right?
And Mel was like, "So, do you think like we all was friends?" She said we all was close. We was all friends, and she said, I think she was when she looked over there at Kim and Maurice. She was like, "So he think that his friend would want to get with his ex-wife? Like he really think that? You know what I'm saying?"
I probably would have thought that. If I was Martell, I would think that because me being back in the day, I would have done something like that. You know what I'm saying? When you cheating, you whoring around, you think people think like you, and you think they're gonna do what you do, and that's why you feel that way.
All right, so let's move on to this last part. I guess the last part. Martell said after Mel moved out, because that's where it segued into that, because he got the heat off of him and he started.
He said, "You know what? I'm tired. Y'all swear to me. I'm gonna drop a nugget."
Yep.
And that joker came out of nowhere with this. Well, fellatio, what the heck?
So Martell said that after Mel moved out, she started seeing someone else, and Mel left him, meaning like broke up with him for not performing fellatio on him.
Well, here's the thing. The understanding I got at first was, okay, this happened after they got divorced, like you said. They went together.
Right.
They were getting a divorce, so yeah, she can date and she do what she want to do. But this happened back in 2000. Now it didn't happen. This happened before 2017.
Before the show.
Yeah. So they were still, they was broke up, but they were still married.
Because they done had probably 2 babies after that.
Right, 2 babies. Cause it's like, you know how you and your husband break up for like a month or so. Cause
maybe one baby after that.
And you know how y'all break up, you mad at each other. I'm moving out, and you get your apartment for like a month or so, and you kind of, trying to figure things out to get back together. That's what that was. It was a break.
So Carlos asked the question: did you sleep with another man before your baby was born? And she said no. Yep, she said no. Now we do the math. It was before the baby.
And that's why I kept telling you.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, she's saying before the baby was born.
After it come out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I said, okay. She did fellatio before the baby was born.
Yeah.
And that's what I kept saying.
But maybe when she said, did she sleep with another man, had sex, she was saying no, because some people don't relate to fellatio and having sex is the same thing, and it is. It may be called 2 different things, but while you say oral sex, it is sex. It's just a different form. Anyway, they were, she said that they were not sexually active. But he did perform fellatio on her, but she didn't perform it on him.
Yeah, right.
She said she moved out in December, and this was before the show. Carlos said, so you said you don't remember performing, because Martell was like, well, you told me, I got the receipts, I got the tape that you said you did perform oral sex on. I don't think I did. I told you he did on me, but I didn't on him.
But go ahead.
Carlos says, so you mean to tell me you don't remember any of this? It seems like you would remember putting something in your mouth.
Unless you're greedy and fat, you be putting everything in your mouth.
But Carlos, and that's when I said, oh yeah, he not biased.
Yeah.
He not biased.
And the thing about it, Martell has been saying this for the longest, and everybody said, he lying. Martell lying. Mel ain't done nothing like that. Yeah, she ain't done like that. And he been saying this for a while, too. You know what I'm saying? Then even tonight, Mel said, well, he did it on me. I didn't do it on him. But, go ahead, baby.
What? That was it. He said he got the recordings.
Yeah, guess what we did?
We listened to it from the original straight NoChaser YouTube channel, because I'm in the Facebook group, and she played the recording, and I put the link below so y'all can listen. But yeah, so she played the record, and it's a little choppy.
But
and I think that the whatever he said, it was blotted out.
I think it was radio blotted out because of the word.
Yeah. And so he asked her the question, and he said, "So you mean to tell me you performed it?" I forget what it was, but you performed it on him.
Yeah.
And she said, "Yeah, that was 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years ago or something."
3 years ago, yeah. And what I think Martell did, he did what I used to do with my ex. Sometimes you got to have your phone recording for your own protection, so you can have the receipts, and that's what he did with Mel.
Yep. So I'll drop it down here so y'all can watch it. So listen. So Carlos said, "Do you ever think that you would that your marriage would have ended?" And Martell said no. He would, because he said as far as him, he would go to church, had a pastor praying for him and everything, because he wanted to get the cheating up out of his system, but he couldn't. And he said it was a real personal connection. Carlos said people call her coleslaw. Y'all know that Funky doesn't even call her coleslaw. That's why everybody call her that, because that's where it come from. So people call her coleslaw, but it sounds like to me she the whole restaurant. Like, you really in love with this girl. So the last question Carlos asked was, Martell.
Why you doing like that? Huh?
I don't know. It just feel good just to do that. Feel good to do that.
Okay.
So Martell, Carlos asked Martell, if it wasn't for if before Mel, if you and Mel wasn't married, would you have married Ariana? I'm not gonna call her coleslaw, but Ariana. So would you have married her? They didn't call her name on the show. For those that didn't watch, they didn't call her name.
But he how his production does, and he was like pondering, looking in the ceiling and stuff. Mel looking all wild and like, he's just like, the dramatics.
But yeah, part 2. So we're gonna find out on part 2 what he would have said. But I know somebody said in comments like, I was watching and said, why would he ask her that? So
ask her that.
Why would they ask him that?
Martell that, yeah.
And I could say part 1 for me, it was pretty good, and it was. I want to see part 2 and part 3, and I want to see why Mel want to leave and run off and say she hate Huntsville and she want to move.
When Martell answered that question, and he said, "Yeah, I think I would marry her," I want to know if Mel gonna get out her chair and find a window to walk to and look out. Y'all don't remember that, man. That was good. It was a good day. Good time.
So we're gonna find that out why she said she want to leave Huntsville, and I don't think Martell gonna say he want to marry her. I really don't. I think if he did, he would have been a married girl.
Yeah, come on, they got drumming up for the dramatics, man.
So, but it was pretty good. I mean, Carlos, you didn't disappoint at all. Shocked me.
I want you to do is find a window for milk and go look at it.
Okay.
That's all. That's all.
But the thing too, I want to say, because you done said it one time. It's not that funny no more. It's not that funny.
It's funny to me in my head.
Okay. Keep it up there. Don't bring it back down.
Okay.
So, one thing I did want to say was, I did want to say this. So, okay, let's just settle this. I know people are going to justify and say, well, Martell was cheating before that, so Mel had a right to do whatever or whatever. And do we want to justify as that being cheating? I mean, yeah, technically it was. I know that Martell was saying, well, you cheated. When he kept saying you cheated, to me it seemed like he was saying you cheated and we were still together. She had made up her mind, I'm separating when leaving, not coming back. So, I don't know if that's the oh my God, she's like that. What you think?
Was they still married?
I know they were still married, but how do you feel as far as
cheating? It's cheating, man. I don't care how you look at it, especially to me that she moved out, but they didn't talk about no divorce. It's like they just took a break. Now, they were talking about they in the process of getting a divorce and all that. That's different, but from the understanding that I got.
Yeah, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No, it sure don't. So, I felt like, before she got the fellatio done, maybe she should find out was she's gonna be with him and get back with Martell or not.
And do you really think that she just got the fellatio done on her? Yeah. Because a lot of times when that happens, then you get taken into the next level.
Do you really believe that?
Well, according to the video, she said that she did it on him as well. I mean, according to what's on the audio.
Yeah.
So, you know, to me, you do one thing. Now, I do get it. Some people, that's all they do, honey. But you do one thing, most of the time, it's going to go to the next step.
I'm trying to see you when you do one thing, when you pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to date somebody in your relationship, once you do that one thing, you're going to lead to other things.
Yep.
So, I could be wrong on that, but come on, man. You know, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I want to see what the millimeters got to say about this. Man, because I ain't going to go there, man. Because I don't want them coming at me. She didn't cheat. She didn't do that.
They gonna do it anyway.
She didn't do that.
Whatever.
All he did was kiss her down there.
All right, you guys. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Y'all twist anything.
Don't forget to go to our store for merch, KOED wear. If you want a lipstick or discount on lipstick from the Lip Bar, then all that is in the description below. So don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. And we'll see you guys on the next video.
And always put God first.
Deuces.